I got a serious question, yo. What is the obsession with the black players with the white girls, yo? Like what is it? Why don't we never really see no white football player or basketball player for that matter pulling up to his draft party with a black girl? Never. I've never seen it. Y'all tell me if y'all seen it. What is it? Is it because when you're in college, the white girls are more accessible? That can't be it. I guess depending on what school, like if you go to Duke or North Carolina, it's more white girls or something like that. I don't know what school this kid went to. Is the football colleges have more white? Like, what is the obsession? What is it, bro? Like, I want to say that it's because you think a white girl is better. That's just what I think. Like, why do we think that, though? I don't understand it. Not saying it's all the black players, because it's not. But I'm just literally asking, what is the obsession with black athletes with white girls? Like, I'm confused about the whole situation.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about one of the most pathetic meltdowns that we tend to see every year during the NFL draft by internet weirdos like, for example, Dr. Umar Johnson, who, in my opinion, is a black supremacist, okay? And he openly says things that would not be acceptable if it came from a white person. They would say that, hey, you are a white supremacist. And when it comes to this conversation about the NFL draft and these NFL players, a lot of whom are black, who tend to choose to be with white women, this is exactly what I'm talking about, because this weirdo is going to have a full-blown meltdown over the fact that you have black players choosing to have white girlfriends. Now, again, I think that this is weird, okay? I think it's weird to be obsessed with who somebody chooses to be with from a racial perspective, right? It's not something that I think about, okay? I don't look at a black person and go, oh my God, he got a white girlfriend. He must be damaging the gene pool, right? That's not what I ever think about, okay? And I never get upset with a black woman who dates a white man. I'm just like, well, I mean, if they're in love, if they're happy, hey, it is what it is. It's none of my business, right? But with that being said, I want to be clear. I don't have a problem with people who have a personal belief that it is in the best interest of their race to not intermingle, right? I don't have a problem if you have that opinion. I think that I just find it weird when people openly express that opinion in anger towards people that they see that choose to mix with other races, right? So I guess my point is that I personally don't care if you personally believe that the races should mix. That's fine. You can openly hold that opinion. I just feel like it's weird when people outwardly express that in anger towards other people who they're not related to, in regards to who they choose to date, who they choose to be with. I also don't like the double standard where black people can openly come out and chastise other black people who choose to date outside of their race, specifically black men who choose to date white women, because we know that the soul sisters, okay, in the Simps, like this guy right here, Umar Johnson, they have no issues when black women choose to date a white man. They're silent, right? They actually really praise that, okay? But if a black man chooses to date a white woman, like an NFL player dating a white woman, they lose their minds, okay? But again, if a white man complains at all about the white woman deciding to date a black man, he's smeared as a racist, okay? And a white supremacist and, you know, a Klansman or whatever. But this guy right here, again, he sounds like a black supremacist if you listen to this guy talk when it comes to his reaction to NFL players dating white women.
Offensive lineman of the year in 2023.
Who's she?
Look at the excitement.
Who is she? Look at her. Look at her trying to grab his nuts. Look at her. How about who this woman?
Caleb Williams, who went number 1. Now old fashioned you goes to the gym.
For those of you who feel that you must repudiate my insistence on an African family first line of racial development, let me ask you a question.
An African first racial line of development. Now, again, if he wants to hold this opinion, fine. But if the white man comes out and says that I want a Caucasian first racial line of development. I don't want to hear anybody boohoo whine and complain and talk about white supremacy, right? I'm just saying, if this guy can say it, why can't the white man come out here to advocate that, hey, only whites should mix with themselves, okay? I'm just saying, that's my biggest problem. My biggest problem is the double standard. That's my biggest problem.
Let me ask you Negropeans a question. How many white billionaires do you know have chosen to make a black woman their baby mama? I'm just asking a question. See, you take issue with the King Kong of consciousness, so let's flip it one time. You take issue with the King Kong of consciousness. Let's flip it. How many white billionaires have chosen to make a black woman their baby mama?
Well, listen, this is not something I'm obsessed with, so I had to Google it. But George Lucas is a white male billionaire, and his wife is black, right? His wife is black, which, by the way, I find it fascinating that this guy uses the phrase baby mama, which tells you everything you need to know about his mindset. His mindset is very immature and childish because, the framing really should be, well, how many white billionaires have chose to make a black woman his wife? But again, because his mindset is in the ghetto, right? He says baby mama, which I think is a derogatory term, okay, to use to refer to a woman, right? The goal is not to be a baby mama. The goal is to be a mother or to be a wife, right? That is the goal, right? Not a baby mama. The fact this guy's using the term baby mama tells you everything you need to know.
I need an answer to my question. Can somebody answer the question, please? Can somebody answer the question? How many white billionaires have chosen to turn a black woman into a billionaire baby mama? I need an answer. I'm riding for black women today.
Again, that's the problem. That's the problem. You riding for black women, okay, and you're not actually really using your brain, right? You're just out here simping, okay, because you're trying to appeal to a certain group of people who are mad and upset and jealous that they can't obtain a man that has the same status as an athlete. And instead of asking yourself the question of, well, why is it that these athletes aren't dating black women, right? Why are they choosing to date outside of their race and reflect on that? No. They just want to shame the men for choosing to love who they want to love, which in my opinion, I think is weird. I think it's really weird.
I said I'm riding for my queens today. I'm riding for black women today, as I do every day. Has Bill Gates decided to turn a black woman into a billionaire baby mama? Huh? How many Asian billionaires have chosen to make a black woman a baby mama? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. How many billionaire Asian men in America or in Asia have chosen to turn a black woman into a billionaire baby mama? Somebody talk to me.
Yeah, does it matter in the grand scheme of, again, why are these athletes choosing to be with white women instead of black women, right? Instead of having that conversation, which would be a productive conversation, right? Instead of having that conversation, no. This guy wants to ask questions that are irrelevant to, again, why is it that black women are being looked over? Me personally, I don't care, right? I don't care that much. It ain't really, something I think about. But, then again, these are the people that are concerned about it. So again, if you're going to be concerned about it, ask the relevant questions. And I think one of the relevant questions that Mr. Umar should be asking himself, because allegedly he has 2 baby mamas, why hasn't he married, right, any one of his baby mamas and made them a wife, right? That's the real question, okay? Mr. Prince of Pan-Africanism, Mr. I love black women so much. Why have you not made one of these beautiful black queens your wife, okay? Why is it that you've made them your baby mama instead of your wife? Okay, and I don't know what this guy's into. Who knows? Maybe, he believes that you can have more than one wife, right? But I'm just saying, why haven't you married at least one of them, right? Why haven't you married one? That's the real question. Because if you're going to talk this big game, you better be backing it up, okay? You better have a black wife and a big, black, beautiful family, but you don't have that. Instead, this guy is promoting the type of behavior that, in my opinion, was really holding down black people, okay? Not the white man, okay? Not these NFL players that are choosing to marry white women, okay, instead of black women. No. It is the men that knock up these women, don't marry them, and make them baby mamas, and then have another man or the streets or the government raising their sons, okay? That is the real problem, okay? If you really want to talk about the issue with the black community, right? In wealth, especially when we have this wealth conversation, that's the real problem, okay? But again, that's not a conversation these people ever want to have. So with that being said, this TikTok went viral of this guy answering the relevant question of why is it that these athletes are choosing to marry white women?
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division 1 Power 5 football teams, and they were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. Oh, shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about, why aren't we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh, shit.
Sounds about right, right? Sounds about right. This is the ghetto mentality, okay? This is definitely the mentality of these certain type of women who, again, have not been in these types of spaces and have not been with, men that can, provide at a certain level. They believe that, well, they're supposed to be eating out nice all the time, right? Every time we go out to eat, we're supposed to be eating at expensive steakhouses and stuff like that. It's like, nah, that's not how it works, okay? That's not how it works. You're not entitled to that, right? It's still a luxury, okay? It's something that if it happens, it happens. But if it don't, it don't. And you can't get mad that it's not happening all the time trying to run dudes' pockets, thinking that, oh, well, just because you're rich, I'm supposed to spend all your money. No, that's how you go broke, okay? The fastest way to become a millionaire is to be a billionaire and then get with a girl like that, right? You're going to be a millionaire very, very, very soon, very quickly, okay? You don't want to be with somebody who is trying to use you for your money or thinks that because you have money that you should just spend it all, okay? Because eventually both of you are going to be broke, right? So, again, it's mentality, it's culture, right? It's not really even a race thing. It really is like a cultural thing, okay?
They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some fucking ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time.
AKA they're bringing something to the table, right? They're not just, ripping you off, okay, smooching off you, drawing up your resources. They're actually bringing something to the table, okay? They're playing the long game, okay? That's what they're doing. They're playing the long game. They understand that, hey, it's not about the short term. It's about the long term. They're proving their value. They're proving their worth. That, hey, I can bring something to the table. I can complete you, okay? That's what it's about. That really is what it's about.
I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one. But if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really, And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in. And I was like, all right, what about hair? They're like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. Jesus Christ, you're saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. And I'm about to marry her. He said, the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the fuck up. I said, God damn. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me. So stop being surprised.
Yeah, I agree. I tend to agree. I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's more of a culture thing, to be quite honest with you. But, hey, like I said, I think it's weird when people are obsessed with the race and the skin color of who other people want to date. I personally don't care. I just don't like the double standard where you have these pro-blackity blacks that can come out here and to openly spew their black supremacy line of thinking when it comes to, oh, this black person has to date somebody else that's black, right? You got to date a black woman. But again, the white man came out and started judging a white man or a white woman for being with somebody black and start saying the type of stuff that Umar Johnson is saying, this guy would be canceled in a second, right? I'm not saying you can't hold those opinions. I don't care if you hold those opinions personally. I just do think it's weird when people come out here in anger and start, chastising people for who they want to be with from a racial perspective. I think that is weird. But again, I don't mind those beliefs. I think everybody's entitled to their beliefs. And we should not be shaming people for their beliefs. I just don't like the hypocrisy of who's allowed to have these beliefs and who's not allowed to have these beliefs, right? The white man, Lord forbid he look out for his own race and say, hey, well, I just think white people should intermix with white people and that's it, right? Which I don't have a problem with. Just like I have a problem with black people saying I think black people should be with black people and that's it. I just don't like, again, the double standard. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black Conservative Perspective. Peace.